Very good evening, friends. This side Rahul Magan here is a Group Chief Executive Officer, Treasury Consulting, and also a venture capitalist. As we speak, Treasury Consulting Group is a multinational headquartered group based out India, Singapore, and Hong Kong. We do have our proprietary hedge fund along with our learnings academy like Sheetal Arm. There are variety of products to offer. In case you wish to have any information, you can definitely WhatsApp on my personal number, which is 9899242978, or alternatively you can WhatsApp on our back office, which is 9818485155. There are two kinds of central bank we have in the world. One who see the things straightforward and upfront. Straight. They never misguide people. Another is they know that things are not in the favor, but still they give recommendation which practically do not exist. Practically do not exist. As we speak, the world have four top central banks. One of them is definitely Federal Reserve, United States, European Central Bank, Bank of Japan, and People Bank of China. Around 30 trillion, 30 trillion worth of balance sheet is only of these four central banks. And as we speak, we do not have a single report in the world which suggests the total outstanding balance, basically the total value of the balance sheet of all central banks of the globe. And unfortunately, I don't think that this would be there in the near future also, to be very honest. As we speak, out of four central bank, three central bank made it very clear that do not ask about tapering and don't waste the time talking about hike in the interest rate. And they three are European Central Bank, Bank of Japan, and People Bank of China. Rather, practically speaking, People Bank of China cut the reserve ratio requirement RRR by 50 bips last week, which means that China is very clear and giving a straightforward message that situation is not what you actually see, it is little bit out of control. Henceforth, don't expect interest rate to go on the higher side. Rather, we are cutting reserve ratio requirement by 50 bips. This is definitely good for banks, financial institutions, and it is also good for the stock market because the central bank is very clear that things are, if not out of radar, they are also not in the radar. So there is no point hiking the rate, as simple as that. European Central Bank also said that. Bank of Japan also made it clear, while Federal Reserve again and again is speaking about the hawkish tone. That's a separate thing that the medical advisor to the president, Dr. Fauci, and CDC, the forum who takes care of the diseases and all, they are very clear that around 50% plus cases in US belongs to corona, Delta plus. And there is a hell lot of information we have in the on the Google, you can refer that. In between, a central bank, in fact, to be honest, a leading central bank of Asia, and their regulator, which is Reserve Bank of Australia and APRA. APRA stands for Australian Prudential Regulation Authority. Australian Prudential Regulation Authority came in public domain and said something which I don't think anyone was envisaging. But they said something which, in fact, Federal Reserve, European Central Bank, Bank of Japan, and People Bank of China, they four together not said. And what they said actually, let me show to you. They said that by next year, 30th April 2022, there is a wide projection that Australia can even hit zero or negative interest rates. Zero or negative interest rate. By the way, the negative interest rate is also known as NIRP, Negative Interest Rate Policy. And they also made it clear that the banks in Australia technically and operationally should be ready for having either zero or negative interest rate. Keeping this in mind, APRA, Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, along with the Reserve Bank of Australia, which is RBA, planning to launch a kind of draft paper to be live or not, I don't know, but by 30th August, 30 or 31st August this year, they would be taking the feedback of the banks till what extent they are ready for negative interest rate or their opinion about the negative interest rate. Australia is one of the leading central banks we have in Asia. There are actually three leading central banks in Asia if we exclude China for a while. One is India, which is Reserve Bank of India. One is Singapore, Monetary Authority of Singapore. And the third is Reserve Bank of Australia, which is known as RBA. And that is quite surprising for me that when out of top four central banks, three were against the tapering, which is, by the way, good decision. And forget the hike. One of the leading Asian central bank came in public and talk about that. Now, this would have a wider implications. I know that majority of the media is not covering that. In fact, today whole day, I not seen this on Bloomberg because they are busy in giving the US, how US is going up, that how exactly media works. In the second part of this video, you will see that till what extent it would have an implication. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. Have a great time ahead, sir. So this is the practical demonstration and in fact part second of the video. As we speak, the negative interest rate parity, which is also known as NIRP, it's applicable on four currencies of the globe, which is Euro dollar, GBP dollar, dollar to Swiss franc, and dollar to Japanese yen. The former two, Euro dollar and GBP dollar, are also known as the direct pairs in the globe, while the last two, which is dollar to Swiss franc and dollar to Japanese yen, they are the indirect pairs. Now there are very wide variety of questions that are coming up in the system, which is that Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, APRA, made it clear that they are looking forward to have a negative or a zero interest rate. Keeping this in mind, they also said that there is no point talking about the rate hike before 2024. Now, which means that at least, unlike Federal Reserve, who is again and again talking about the hawkish tone, the amongst the largest Asian bank made it clear that there is no point talking about talking about rate hike before 2024. Now the question is, would this currency, Australian dollar to dollar, which is also a direct pair, joining this league? We don't know. We really do not know whether it would be joining this league or not. So very, very difficult to comment, to be very honest. This would also have implication on the carry trades. Our YouTube channel shot many videos about the carry trades. You can refer them. As we speak, there are two carry trades. One is the investment carry and one is the funding carry. Investment carry is done in three currencies predominantly: dollar to Indian rupee, Philippines peso, and Australian dollar. While the funding carry is done in dollar to Japanese yen, some people are doing using Korean won also. By Korean won, I mean South Korea, not North Korea, right? Now, as Australian dollar is coming into a radar, this would have a negative implication, and we really need to see till what extent. I have taken the data, and this data suggests me the following. The 1 year yield curve is 0.02, 2 year yield curve 0.07, 3 year yield curve 0.316, 4 year yield curve 0.537, and most importantly is the 20-year yield curve, which is around 2%. Which means that if, say, by August, APRA, Australian Prudential Regulation Authority, will came up with some form of guidelines or something like this for assuming, would this 2% come down heavily? That's a really tricky question. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. Have a great time ahead. Thank you. To conclude this video, the world beneath us is changing at a much faster pace. The markets ahead would be very, very, very volatile. Every central bank of the globe are having their requisite policies to handle the mess. And I don't think that the mess is over as yet. Unlike few media professionals or few selective business channels, the mess is already over, but mess is nowhere closer to over. And I think the World Health Organization is pointing out something which we really tend to ignore, as usual. The decision by Australian Central Bank would have a deep and denting implications, at least in the Asian financial market. And I hope that the big hedge funds will make themselves ready for that. So as us. This is Rahul from Treasury Consulting Group. Have a great time ahead.